dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Ultra.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Stop. 17. Check you.
Lance looking to throw it. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Ready up.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Let's go.
Throwing now is Lance. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And they'll go for it. Lance. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
There he goes, left side. 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It's only the first quarter. That's a quick shift in momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't break. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake. And as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 2nd down. Lance airing this one out for Evans. That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. Lance, a quick throw out wide, complete.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At the 20.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Slot man moves right. On first down, right back to Etienne. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The Jaguars at 4-5, a game under 500. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Look at me. Dipper.
From the 35 on second down, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On first and 10, it's Etienne. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On second and 9, Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 39. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Running out of the gun with Etienne. Shifts by him, and they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They go play action with Lawrence. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick 6, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because You don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
On the counter, ETN.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He got 29 yards that time.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On second down, ETN once more.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. And he's brought down. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Lawrence on the sneak. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
ETN.
And he stopped immediately there. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. And that is incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Going for it, here's ETN.
And he'll take this one in for the Jags touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a...
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 74 yards.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Another tote for Etienne. Room here to run. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes, right side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Chargers. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
He completes it to Jones.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. From the 38, Lawrence. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Ready. Hey, jumper.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath
as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis, operating gun, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Etienne bringing in another one.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From just shy of midfield,
Lawrence.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, and it's third down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Hey, exit.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Lance to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's a quick throw out wide by Lance, complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes. But receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. Jones has it. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Etienne once more. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
In motion, the tight end. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. Locates ETN along the sideline. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Lawrence. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
ETN up the middle. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Travis Jones makes a tackle.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. That's going to be caught by Kirk. That'll be a gain of 16, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll run with ETN. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
131 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And they'll run with ETN. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll get about 3 here, up to the 44-yard line.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Lance looking to throw it. There's Williams. What a catch.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Lance going to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete. Mike Williams the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Fielded right around the 8.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. A handoff running left is Dobbins.
And he's got some space here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
82 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Right back to Dobbins on 1st.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Another run here with Dobbins. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Here we go. 10 seconds.
Lance, a quick throw out wide, complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. Lance back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
On the double.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Yep.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing now, Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Get ready. Pilot, 54, 80 weapons. Let's go.
On second down, a run with ETN. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. He'll get this off to ETN. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick him and try and cover it.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Lance. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Lance looking to throw. And that is incomplete. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Oh, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Boy, that's a tough one right there, CD. They fought back to tie it, to send it to overtime, had all the momentum, and then that interception.
That fighting spirit, those fighting plays that got them back into it, maybe a little too aggressive there, throwing the interception, and now they've opened the door to get beat by a field goal, coming back the other way.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now we'll see what Lawrence can do in overtime. Oh, and it's intercepted. Runs over it. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So an interception on one side and then an interception on the other. So both quarterbacks, Charles, with turnovers here in overtime.
So apparently one good defensive play deserves another. Both sides coming up big in overtime. Both getting interceptions, trying to set up their teams to score and win the game.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Second and 11. They'll go again with Dobbins. 142 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And some room to run now. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So, for the Chargers, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on Washington. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.